defendant was 28 years old, and he was doing drugs. He had a volatile relationship with his own family. He had befriended Azalea's mom a few weeks prior at a gas station. He had it in his mind that he was going to go over and kill Azalea's mother. It happened after midnight. He thought about it, and he went over to her house and he grabbed a knife. Azalyea had been fast asleep, but she awoken to the sounds, really, of her mom being attacked in the other room.
I was sleeping, and then I heard my mom scream, so I went out.
And she went out into the living room area, and the defendant was stabbing her own mother.
I told him to stop.
She yelled to him, "Stop, stop hurting my mommy."
I was trying to go back in my room, but the door was shut.
He then looked to her, and he continued his attack and directed it right at Azalyea.
He pushed me back, and I hit my head on my door.
And he started stabbing her, first to the throat, and then over and over and over again. 26 times to her body.
I think, passed out.
His statement later was that he did that to Azalyea for the sole reason of not wanting a witness in this case. As Antonia, the mom, and little Azalyea, the second grader, lay on the floor, Azalea's older brother came in the house. He saw a male running from the scene. He called 911. The deputy who first arrived on scene noticed immediately that Antonia, Azalea's mom, was deceased. He then turned his attention to Azalyea, who is lying on the floor at that point, stabbed 26 times, and just looking up to him and saying the words, "I don't want to die." He reached his hand out and just held her hand until the paramedics could come and whisk her away. All of her major organs were compromised.
There were scars, and I had 27 of them.
By all medical accounts, she should have died. Believe it or not, miracles do happen, and on Christmas Day, I got word that Azalyea made it. The next question was going to be, could she identify her attacker? And an expert forensic interviewer came in and was at her bedside, and all of us were back in the wings, kind of waiting. Is Azalyea going to be able to identify her attacker?
I know who killed my mom.
Who?
Daniel.
She had no doubt in her mind that Daniel Hernandez, the person who did these horrible crimes, was the one to be held responsible. Because of her, we were able to prosecute this case. Luckily, the defendant pled guilty so that she didn't have to testify, although she was ready to do so. She came into court at the sentencing hearing. Azalea's village supported her. We got the assistance of a therapy dog named Kiwi, who would always meet with us in our court preparation times.
Kiwi helped me by not being nervous, acting brave.
They stayed outside the courthouse hallway for about an hour and a half before the case was called. And those moments were tense, but Azalyea was on the floor doing tricks with the dog and really felt comfortable walking in, I think. And when she did, you could hear a pin drop in the courtroom. This little 8-year-old girl walking this little dog up, and here was her attacker, just 20 feet away from her. And Azalyea had the courage. They read a letter that she wrote.
My cousin read a letter, and then I just went out.
All I wanted was to save my mom from him. He was hurting her. He turned to me and attacked me. He stabbed me 27 times trying to kill me.
She talked about how she missed her mom, and she talked about how she's afraid that he is going to come back and finish the job that he started. That was very powerful and compelling.
That night, what happened, he told me that if I don't die, he'll come back to kill me. And I don't want him ever to get out.
For his horrible crimes, he will be serving 2 consecutive life sentences in the state prison. People came out of the woodworks for her. People had a charity, golf tournament and raised thousands of dollars for her medical bills, which are upwards of $1 million. An anonymous plastic surgeon came out and said he would remove all of her scars for free. And Azalea's little 8-year-old response was, they remind me of my mother.
Well, I have my necklace. It has my mom's ashes in it. My mom was a special girl. Nice, fun, beautiful.
I nominated her for this award because she really shows the resiliency of a child, the will to just survive these injuries, the physical injuries, but then also the courage to really go on. And that's the shining light of this whole story, is Azalyea Duran.
My name is Azalyea Duran, and I am a citizen of courage.